Good afternoon to Mrs. Ayu. Let me introduce myself. My name is Maryati and I'm from Class X2A. My number NPM is 2021-125-000079. Today, I'm going to talk to young people who are both doing voluntary work in the sports sector. First, there are Liam Parker, who is keen BMX biker and does a lot of work at a sports center. And then there's Debbie Sanford, who has volunteered to help with many different sports, and who now has a paid job with a sport organization. So Liam, tell us a bit about the place you work. It sounds really interesting. Yes, it's really cool. Basically, it's a hook space where lots of sport and cultural events take place. It used to be a shipbuilding hangar, but the company went bust years ago. The building was taken over and completely renovated and repurposed about 5 years ago. Now we have facilities for all kinds of urban sports like skateboarding, breakdancing, parkour, kick scooter. Hang on a moment. Can you explain the last two? A kick scooter is just a normal scooter with a hand lever, deck and wheels. But around for a wheel now, it's a way of moving around in urban environment. It's developed from military training. It involves climbing, running, vaulting, jumping, swinging, and stuff like that. Everyone's seen it on TV and videos. People jumping off incredible high building between roof and thing. So, what are you involved with? My passion is for BMX and I want to get other people involved in the sport. But I do all kinds of things at the center. I make sure the bikes and scooters meet safety standards. I check the track and ramps so that they are clean and no one can slip and hurt themselves. I teach kids the basics of BMX and do demonstration. I sometimes cook in the burger van too. Right, so you have learned a lot of skill. Yeah, at first I was a bit nervous about speaking to group, but now I have no problem giving safety induction to people. I had to learn sports specific first, aid in case anyone hurt themselves, cooking hygiene for the burger van, maths for taking money at the till. I have had a lot of training in the different area and gained useful certificate. So all that training will be valuable when you come to look for paid work. Absolutely. I'm still only 18 and I have been volunteering for 2 years. I'd like to stay in the sector and find full-time paid work. So obviously all my experience and skill will have a lot. William. And now our other guests had made the jump from voluntary work to paid work. Debbie, you have been involved in many different sports in your 22 years, haven't you? Yes, quite a pal. I started off playing football at country level and then got into coaching. I recognized that I would have been able to play football without the help of volunteers. So when I had the chance to help other people, I did. Then I started a degree in the sport development, and I realized that a lot of people like me would soon have a degree and be looking for a job, and I need more experience to complete with them all. So, you volunteered again? Yes, I spent a year helping with an online sport volunteering bureau and volunteered at various events including a cricket tournament, a table tennis championship, and a half marathon. That's a lot of experience. Yes, I must add that I don't actually play cricket or table tennis myself, so I do run. You don't have to be an expert in a sport to volunteer. There are a lot of jobs that need doing. Now you have finished your degree and you're working. That's right. I wrote my dissertation on the retention and recruitment of volunteers, and now I manage volunteers for an organization promoting swimming. I also organize events at a national level. I would never have got the job without all my volunteering experience. It's helped me a lot. And finally, a question for you both. Do you think we sometimes exploit volunteers in this country? Are they doing things for free when they ought to be getting paid? Liam, I believe that you volunteer for about 10 or 20 hours a week. Do you ever feel that you should be paid for what you do? Well, of course, it will be nice, but the organization I help is non-profit, making it couldn't really afford to pay all the volunteers. At the moment, I'm happy to do what I love and gain experience of dealing with the public. I'm living with my parents and they are paying my keep. In the future, I will have to look for paid work. I think many volunteers feel they want to give something back to their sport. It was like that for me with football. Ideally, it would be good to have more paid function, but we also need volunteers. Sport just couldn't function without them. It's really important to give people recognition for what they do. Tough. Thanks very much for your sharing experience, and now we are going to move on.